Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Megan with Her Courage to Plan. Happy New Year, guys. Today is the first day of January 2020. I hope that you all have decided to start budgeting if you have not budgeted in the past, and if you started and you got discouraged along the way. What better way to start the new year off, guys, with completing your budget? So if you are new to our channel, thank you so much for deciding to join me today. I will leave a link up above so that you can go back and watch some of our other budgeting videos. That way you can get an understanding of how my husband and I handle our finances. Alright, so guys, I am just so excited to get into my DIY planner. If you missed that video of my 2020 planner, I'll link that up above as well. And I just do a flip through of what I have going on thus far. And I am just super excited, guys. And of course, you already know this here cover, what you see, it is part of the January budget kit. And I also have the January budget sets available. So if you have not gotten your January budget planner, head on over to my Etsy shop and snag your copy. If you want an undated planner, that is available to you as well. So there are a few changes, and I talked about that in previous videos in 2019. And I'll kind of give you a quick overview as I go through and do our budget for January, guys. Without further delay, let's go ahead and get into our first budget of the new year. This is a new decade, guys. I am just super excited. So for January, if you have your budget kit, you do have your budget pre-plan, and I've already gone in and just kind of jotted down some information about my positive affirmations. I put a goal in, and then there's a top priority. And with every budget set and budget kit, I do add the bill payment tracker. And you guys see for January, I went ahead and filled everything in, and I just put a few notes down here at the bottom. I am loving this system, guys. I am telling you, this has changed the game for our family. It is just awesome. And then after the bill payment tracker, we get into the actual monthly calendar. Now in the kits, they are the two-sided calendar. You get to write in your month and your year, and you get your bill due stickers, and of course you get your payday stickers in your kit. So this is what the kit looks like, guys. Isn't she lovely? I just think she is beautiful. I put a little twist on it. The background of the bill due stickers, they match the January kit. So I didn't want to try to think about matching up my bill due stickers this time, and this has just made it easy. So I am loving this spread. And I told you the actual numbers. I had an old sticker book that I'm trying to get through, and I'm just laying down the numbers that I do have in an old sticker book. So I probably in the future just, write it in, and I'm okay with that. Over here to the side, I do have some top priorities, goals written down, and of course just a note here about my grocery shopping every week. All right, so what we are doing today is our overall monthly budget for January, guys. So as I flip through my planner, the next thing that you'll see is my monthly budget for January. Now, as you can see, the monthly budget that I am using, it has the sinking saving fund section. Now, I do offer both options in my budget planner kits and sets, where you'll get the one without the cash envelopes and one with the cash envelopes. Just depends on what you use. So I want to give you a variety in your kits and sets, and you will have the matching paycheck budget depending on what you do use. So we don't use cash envelopes at this time, but from time to time, I still use those particular budget worksheets and leave the cash envelope section blank, because I usually print a few copies and I just don't like to put anything to waste. All right, so before we start budgeting, I'm going to go ahead and take out my calendars. For the month of January, we are expecting for hubs 2902. That is what's planned. And then for me, this is actually a 3 paycheck month for me. So I'm actually expecting into this account 1950. Now, if you are new to our channel, my husband and I, we allocate a portion of our paychecks direct deposit into a joint household account. And we pay bills out of the joint household account. Now, we still have our personal accounts, but as far as our household expenditures, everything comes out of our household joint account. And so if you actually have direct deposit on your job where they will allow you to split your monies up in more than one account, this is a great way to go if you are considering this with your partner. So this is just another option for you guys if you decide to join your finances, but you want to make sure that the household expenditures are coming directly out of one account where you can pretty much hone in and focus on that particular account with the actual household bills. This works well for me and hubs, and I am really enjoying it. So let's go ahead and total. So we are looking at 2902 plus 1950. 4852 is what's planned. All right, and then as far as the giving, tithe and offering, and again, we do tithe off of our gross income. And I explained that my husband, he still gets overtime, but I work in education, so my checks are pretty much standard. However, when we do the planned budgeting for tithe and offering, it may come in a little bit higher or a little bit lower because of that overtime. So for January, we're planning 1626. All right, and then here we get into the expenses. So what we have due will be the mortgage, and that is 502. And then we have Netflix, that is $15.99. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to speed the video along. I'm going to go ahead and enter all the expenditures, and then I will come back and do a recap with you guys. All right, I'm going to see you back in a bit. Alright guys, so I am finished totaling the expenditures thus far with the exception of the buffer, and we still have to put money in the saving funds, which we still have the household, son's tuition and vacation, and then we have to do extra debt, which is the HELOC. So let me just go ahead and plug these titles in: household, son's tuition, vacation fund, and we definitely want to put something on the HELOC. So right now 2745.63 is the expenditures, and let me get a little sticky note so we can kind of work through this together. So it's 2745.63, and that's without a buffer. So if I go ahead and quickly crunch these numbers, I know we have 4852 planned for income, and I'll go ahead and put this in where it says the budget overview plan. This section here is what's in the plan section, okay? And then when we come back for mid-month check-in, the MM checks, that's what's in the middle. And we'll plug those numbers in just to kind of see where we are mid-month. And then at the end of the month, we'll do a monthly recap of our actuals. That's the reason why I love this budgeting system that I've created. It has made everything so much easier. It just makes sense. It has truly changed the game. If you have not tried it, you want to make sure you go and try this system out because it just makes sense, guys. It really does. All right, so I'll go ahead and just plug in the income at 48.52, and then it says minus, so I can go ahead and put in the giving at 16.26. So right now 48.52 minus 16.26, and then what we have now without the buffer, because I do want to put a buffer, at least $100 in here. That's generally what we've been doing. Okay, so we've got $480.37 left. So we can go ahead and put the buffer at $100. So that $27.45.63 plus 100 is going to give us $28.45.63 as the total planned expenses. So $28.45.63. So now we need to figure out what we're going to do as far as the saving funds, and then what we'll have left for the HELOC extra debt. Guys, I am still super excited. We are under $4,000 for our HELOC debt. Oh my God. It is just an amazing feeling. We wanted to, get to the end of the year, and we was hoping we would be under $4,000 before, January 1, and we made it, guys. Those consistent payments make a difference. And if you don't know, we are actually cash flowing our son's college education plus trying to pay off debt. And it is a slow process, but the small payments, they are consistent, and we are seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, guys. So don't be discouraged if you have so many things going on, pulling at your resources, and you're trying to pay off debt, but you may not be paying it as fast as you like. Continue to be consistent. Even if it's $5, $10, put something on your debt. It is okay. We're trying to do what works best for our family and our situation, and that's what you do. Do what works best for your family and your family's lifestyle. I can't stress that enough, guys. So this has just been awesome. It has been a slow road, but it still is an awesome feeling to get below $4,000. Let's crunch these numbers one more time. So 48.52 minus 16.26 minus 28.45.63. Okay, so we've got $380.37 left to work with. So for the household, we actually do $50 now. When we started this joint household account, which was in July 2019, we started out a couple of months later doing a joint household savings account, and we just started out with $25. So the first of the year, Hubs and I, we had decided, well, we'll go ahead and boost it up to $50, and we actually boosted up a little bit more at the end of December, when I explained that in our December budget recap, and I'll link that video up above if you want to go back and watch it. So I am just happy that it's being increased. So at the end of the month, automatically $50 is drafted from our household checking account and put into our household savings account. So that is automatic. So the planned amount will be the $50. And so let's go ahead and subtract $50 from this. Now that leaves us with $330.37. Now I like to put in to our son's tuition fund $150. And this here fund is aside from the college saving fund that he has. Now that account is pretty much dwindling down, and we wanted to add an extra savings so that we can go ahead and complete his college education. And so we have $150 that we want to put in this account. So we'll do $150. Go ahead and subtract that, and that leaves us with $180.37. And we have a vacation fund because we do go to our retreat / vacation in October again. We went last year and we had an awesome time. If you missed that vlog, I'll put that up above so you can go back and watch it. But it was a really nice time, guys. We really enjoyed ourselves, and we really needed a break. So we actually had a vacation fund, and we cash flowed the whole trip. And so we decided to not wait. And, since we had a little bit of money left over, we decided to continue to fund. and that way we'll continue to cash flow our vacation/retreat. So we'll put in, we've been consistent with $100, so we got enough to do that. So we'll do $100. I'll subtract that, and that leaves us with $80.37. That can go on the HELOC, which is the extra debt. Now we already made the regular HELOC payment of $125, so we're planning the extra debt of the remaining of $80.37. So I'll plug that in. And we do a zero-based budget, which means that every dollar has an assignment. We allocate all of our income over our planned expenses to zero out this particular budget. Now, in this household account, we do have a little bit over 1 month of expenses sitting in this account as an overarching buffer. Okay, but every time I do a budget, I like to put in a small buffer into that particular budget. That way, if something comes up unexpected, we can hope that that small buffer will take care of it for that particular month. That makes us feel comfortable. We do that, and I know that there's times where you can't put a buffer in your budget, and again, that is okay. Just, if you have goals to reach, you're trying to get to a certain point, don't stop. Continue reaching at your goals to where you can get to that point where you're comfortable with how your finances are going and how your budgeting is going. All right, so let's go ahead and total the sinking saving funds, and it is at 50, 150, 100. So we are planning a total of $300 into the savings funds. And then I can bring down this HELOC at $80.37. And then I'll go ahead and plug it down here. The savings at $300. And then the HELOC at $80.37. Now, when I go ahead and crunch these numbers, we should get a zero-based budget, guys. So $48.52 minus $16.26 minus $28.45.63 minus $300 minus $80.37. That's a zero-based budget, guys. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and do a quick run through of our expenditures. Since we have a zero-based budget, everything is basically the same except now our electricity. We are on budget billing, and what that is that we pay a set amount every month throughout the year. And so what happens is every year they'll go back and they'll redo the budget. So it just depends on what you have consumed in the previous year. So starting for this month, our electricity went down to $290.86. Now we were paying $314.88. So it is great to have that savings there for the electricity. Groceries. Now I put this in at $875, guys, and let me tell you why. Generally it's $700 a month, but there's an extra check that I do get for January, and it is January 31st, but I actually go grocery shopping on Saturdays. So out of that check on the 31st, I have allocated an additional $175 to the groceries. So that's why that is a little higher this month. And I want to mention to you guys, remember, we are still doing our savings challenge for 2020. I will link that video up above. You all have been awesome and amazing at commenting. I love your feedback. And if you have not gotten your savings tracker bundle, you can head on over to my Etsy shop and pick up your savings tracker bundle. I offer a few different types of savings trackers that you can actually use. And I've already told you guys in a previous video that I will be kind of focused on the savings jars, which is the colorful jars. And I'll periodically give you guys an update. And I did one update on our day one, and I'll link that video up above where we have already started saving. So if this is your first time watching this video, start where you're at. If you have a desire to save, get whatever container that you have, reuse it, and put that first penny in there. Put that first nickel, that first dime, whatever you have, put it in there. Don't despise small beginnings. All right. So leave me a comment down below. How is your January budget going, guys? All right, guys, so you already know the deal. I will see you later. Bye.